Our top focus in this edition, Amazon rainforests are called the lungs of the planet, and rightly so. They produce about 80% of the total oxygen in our planet's atmosphere through this process. It is the world's largest tropical rainforest, spanning roughly 6.7 million square kilometers and spreading across the South American countries of Brazil, Colombia, Peru, many others. And in recent times, the rainforest is facing the threat of deforestation. But with Lula da Silva taking oath as Brazil's president for the third time, people are hopeful that safeguarding the Brazilian rainforest will be possible, as almost two-thirds of the rainforest, which helps to regulate the global climate, lies within Brazil's borders. So when Lula da Silva was sworn in as the president, he vowed to fight for the poor and the environment and rebuild the country as red-clad crowds flooded the streets of Brazil. The veteran leftist who previously led Brazil from 2003 to 2010 took the oath of office before Brazil's Congress, and his return marks a remarkable political comeback for the 77-year-old leader.
Lula da Silva. Hoje nossa mensagem ao Brasil. Prometo manter.
I promise to maintain, defend and fulfill the Constitution, observe the laws, promote the good of the Brazilian people, hold up the unity, integrity and independence of Brazil.
A sea of red-clad supporters braved the scorching heat to flood Brasilia. The crowd cheered for Lula as he was driven through the capital. He was accompanied by the First Lady and the Vice President. And now that he is back in power, Lula has promised to reverse the damage done to the environment by the previous government, terming the matter as inspired by fascism. Lula had said that Bolsonaro had left terrible ruins among Brazil's institutions. As under the previous leadership of Jair Bolsonaro, the world's most important rainforest endured severe deforestation. According to reports, deforestation in Brazil surged by almost 60% under Lula's predecessor. Moreover, deforestation increased in the country after Bolsonaro stripped back enforcement, attacked indigenous landowners and encouraged industries, leading to a devastating 60% surge in deforestation during his term as compared to the previous 4 years. According to a 2021 study published in Nature, the Amazon, touted as a weapon in the fight against climate change, the Amazon has actually become a part of the problem because it is being destroyed. The rainforest is now emitting more carbon dioxide than it is removing from the atmosphere. So to safeguard the Amazon and stop deforestation, Lula da Silva has named Amazon activist Marina Silva as the Environment and Climate Change Minister. Silva, who was Lula's environment minister during his first term from 2003 to 2010, was widely credited with a huge drop in deforestation, which was at a higher rate when he entered office in 2003 than it is today. Lula da Silva has also tapped Sonia Gajuara as an indigenous woman to be Brazil's first minister of indigenous peoples. The appointment of this appointment now gives Brazil's tribal groups a ministry in government for the first time. This has also been a key factor in the protection of the Amazon, as much of the forest lies within areas designated as indigenous lands, but which are often preyed upon by criminal gangs that run mining and logging operations or open the forest up to grazing. So granting more power to indigenous peoples would ensure forests are protected. Lula even said that no one knows the forest better or who are more effective in defending them than those who have been here since ages. Moreover, the new administration is already courting outside help just 2 weeks after his October election win. And despite not yet being in office, Lula appeared at the COP27 climate talks in Egypt to reassure the world that Brazil would be a responsible environmental steward. His team also opened informal talks with Germany for a new financing package to aid the South American country's transition to a cleaner economy. Both Norway and Germany have indicated that they are willing to unfreeze their contributions to the country through the Amazon Fund. That's a program that Silva helped design that rewards efforts to cut deforestation, that was later suspended by the former President Jair Bolsonaro. With me on the broadcast this minute is Luis Torrent from Barcelona. He's an international consultant on climate change. Thanks very much for being here. I have to ask you for your assessment of how optimistic one should be regarding Lula's capacity to actually save the rainforest. He has been talking about it. He has already moved in that direction. But what can we really expect?
Yes, hello. Thanks for having me on the show. Yeah, indeed. The comeback of Lula as president of Brazil has been regarded with a great expectation. In fact, there's a huge expectation by the climate community and the conservation community, because even at the COP, he was received as a rock star, defending that he's going to put more pressure to the agri-livestock industry, and he will reverse most of the damage that the previous administration with Jair Bolsonaro committed to the rainforest. Indeed, he has appointed two crucial members, activists, as you already pointed out. Marina da Silva, he was tremendously successful in combating deforestation during her 5-year term in the previous mandate. They improved tremendously the monitoring capacity, which has been weakened right now. And one of the things that he will need to start by doing is that strengthening the Ministry of Environment, which has been tremendously weakened by Bolsonaro's administration.
Right. Let's just talk about the previous rule and to what extent Bolsonaro let those gaps be when it comes to the implementation of the promises.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's openly known that Jair Bolsonaro benefited the agri-livestock industry and made it easy for them to even commit some illegal or paralegal activities. He reversed many legislations in favor of this industry and weakened the rights of the minorities and the indigenous groups. This is something that will need to be reversed, and it's already mentioned by Lula da Silva that he's pointing into that direction. It's widely credited that indigenous groups and peoples are the best communities, the best position to combat illegal deforestation, illegal logging, mining activities, and in protecting these ecosystems that are highly valuable, not only in Brazil, but also globally. So in work in this direction will have to take place. So Lula da Silva has made some announcements in this regard. He also made an announcement while he was not, he didn't take office yet at that point, but at the start of the COP27, the Brazilian government announced a huge agreement between Brazil, Indonesia, and the Democratic Republic of Congo to form the largest rainforest alliance in the world. So there are bold announcements coming in. Even he also mentioned that his intention to host the COP30, the Climate Change Conference, in 2025. So indeed, there is a strong willingness by Lula da Silva and his cabinet to defend and go back to previous lower deforestation levels. To the extent that this will be possible or not, it's difficult because even the Congress is predominantly right-wing, and the trade-offs will not be easy for him.
We're leaving it there for the moment. Thanks very much for being here on the broadcast. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.